Hi, Tom Trento bringing you another fascinating United West interview. This time we have political polar opposites discussing critical issues that are important to you. On one side we have Bob Kunst, the head of Shalom International. Bob is Jewish. He's a Democrat, registered, never voted Republican in his life. He's observant, he's progressive, and is he liberal? And on the other side, we have Dr. Rich Swire, a highly decorated Vietnam veteran, retired lieutenant colonel, Christian, and he runs a radio talk show host, conservative host. We got them in the same room and asked them to discuss national security and the state of Israel. You will be fascinated by what you hear two political polar opposites concluding. And here's what they concluded. They concluded that in order to save America, in order to save Israel, in order to save the West, it is essential to defeat, on November 6, 2012, President Barack Obama. Watch this.
Hi, this is Rich Swire. I am the host of the Dr. Rich Show, and we're very pleased to have with us today Bob Kunst, who is the founder, president, and CEO of Shalom International. Just thinking about the election results in South Carolina, I just
Pretty
seems
amazing,
to be
isn't it?
top of mind. What's interesting, Newt got a vast majority of the women vote,
Yes.
even after the. Anyway, let's talk
No,
about.
that's very important to understand, that even after this disclosure that he's calling for open marriage, and in a very conservative state, that the public is looking for a fighter, somebody who will open up their mouth and go after Obama and hold him accountable, and that person can win. And I think Newt Gingrich has opened up a very serious issue here now on every level. He came out recently, said the Palestinians are an invention. He came out and attacked the media for covering for Obama. They'll never ask a decent question or question anything Obama does. These are things that the public can not only grab a hold onto, but that says that the man is genuine and he'll speak his mind and he's not afraid, and we're looking for that kind of a leader. So from my perspective, and by the way, being not just Jewish, but I'm also a registered Democrat, I want Obama out of there. And I could tell you that if this man is the fighter that he claims to be, I will be the first on the block to say, hey, not just Jews for Newt, but Democrats for Newt. We have to get Obama out. And Florida's the key state in the entire business, because we elected him. I'm talking about the Jewish vote, and Florida went for Obama 4 years ago. And if he loses Florida, he loses the whole business. And this is it. So anything we can do to make that change, and part of what we're here to do tomorrow, is that we have to put Israel, and how Obama has buried Israel, has attacked the very friend that we have, is in bed with the Islamic terrorists and all of that jihadist mentality. And so how could he concentrate on the economy? How could he deal with homeless foreclosures? How could he deal with all the people unemployed? He's so busy ripping off Israel. And if you curse Israel, America is cursed. And if you bless Israel, America is blessed. And we've been cursed for 4 years. Another 4 like this. How are we going to get through this? And here Obama's allowing Iran to get its nuke. We're sitting in a very dangerous situation, and we need to get the Republican Party and their candidates and this convention to make a statement that puts Israel as centerpiece in terms of what's going on. Because if this is how he treats our friends, who needs enemies?
Absolutely. And Newt, by the way, has also come out and said that he would declare the Muslim Brotherhood a terrorist organization, a foreign terrorist organization, and he would pursue the Holy Land Foundation trial and begin to try groups like the Council on American Islamic Relations and other Muslim groups here in America that are working directly for him. As a matter of fact, CARE, according to FBI documents, is considered Hamas. What are your thoughts about that?
Having counter-protested CARE on at least 5 occasions here and up in the D.C. area, we understand who they are and the threat that they represent. The fact that anybody's willing to go after them, I think, is vitally important for America's survival. What we have with Obama is not just that he wants to divide Jerusalem and give it to the people who danced in the streets after 9/11. He supports Muslim Brotherhood in Egypt. He supports Al-Qaeda in Libya. He's supporting the Taliban in Afghanistan. He's giving up Iraq so Iran will take over, and Iran's behind Hezbollah and Hamas. There's an insanity going on with this administration where he's funded literally $1.3 billion in violation of Title 18 of U.S. Code to give money to material support to terrorists. It's against the law. Obama does it. Nobody's opening up their mouths. So if Newt is willing to pursue this issue, he will have the entire public on his side. We don't want any more 9/11s, God forbid. We don't want to go through any more of this craziness of appeasement to the very people who we should have learned a lesson back in 1938, the land for peace insanity with Hitler, that created World War II and 60 million dead, and a Holocaust of nearly 7 million Jews. What is going on here? We're repeating history again? So the nuke is the person that will make this statement and move in this direction. We're 1,000% with him, because it's not just Israel at stake. Even if you don't like Jews and you don't like Israel, if Israel goes, America's next. We're the big Satan. Doesn't anybody understand that? We're the key target. It's not just Israel. But we have a president who's playing jihadist, and we need to focus that the danger that is facing us is so extreme, and we have no time to be talking nonsense issues in these debates or within the campaign. The public is scared. The economy is in very scary situation. The whole thing could blow up in our face, and we could be in the middle of a war again with Israel and Iran by the time this convention takes place. We have to refocus our entire approach, get to the bottom line, and find the strongest candidate. And so far, Newt looks like he's the one that can pull it off.
National security and economic security are two sides of the same coin.
Exactly.
You cannot have.
You can't separate
You
it.
can't separate.
No.
We cannot be economically strong unless we have a strong military that's going to protect our interests not only here but overseas.
And you can't make peace with those who want to kill you.
Exactly.
Okay? So we've learned that already through the Holocaust and World War II and 60 million dead. Why are we repeating history with this other kind of insanity? We have an appeasement White House that is willing to grovel at any turn in order to live in the kumbaya world without getting to the reality that we have people there that keep screaming every 5 seconds, death to Israel and death to America. When are we going to come to that conclusion? They actually want to kill us. So I'm not interested in denial. I've already seen as a historian and being Jewish what the enemy can do. And I know the Arabs and Hitler were on the same side. And we have an extension of that madness going on right now. And while these people are cowardly denying 5 Arab wars and 2 intifadas and their commitment to Israel's destruction, they want Iran to finish the job with the nuke, and Obama's allowing it. So where is the Republicans not understanding that it's not just Israel at stake, it's the entire West, it's our culture, it's our freedom. America is the bastion of all of this. We are target number one. And what does anyone think, that they're not going to come after us? They're all waiting for supposedly Obama to get reelected. Then the whole thing is going to blow up like crazy if we're not in a war beforehand. We need everyone to go to defendjerusalem.net, number one. Number two, make a commitment to be here for the Republican convention. We're planning a big rally in March on August 26th. Please donate if you can. If you can't be here, help someone else. If you know how to blow a shofar, it doesn't matter if you're Christian or Jewish, come on down. We need 1,000. We'll tear the whole wall down. This will be even bigger than Jericho. And at the same time, we need to have a statement that all of these issues we're discussing are part of the platform, they're part of the agenda of the candidate, and a commitment on the part of the party not to deal with frivolous nonsense, get to the point, and the public will say, we've had enough of Obama, we can't trust him any longer. This guy is going to take us down the wrong road for another 4 years. We won't make it. So we have to get him out of there. And I'm a Democrat making the statement. Okay? I never voted for a Republican in my life until the last election. But the moment I went to AIPAC and I saw Obama say, yeah, I'll support a united Jerusalem, the very next day reverse himself, I knew we were in desperate trouble. And I already knew with Reverend Wright and all these other characters he surrounded himself with. That whole left-wing agenda to me is like, A, boring, and B, that's it? That's all you got? You're going to take us down this road again? Ain't going to do it. So if Newt has got the big mouth and he's willing to go strong with it, I'll be the first on his side. But I want everyone out there, please, please, see this as your moral responsibility. Come down here. The show down here is in Tampa. We need to say to 15,000 media in the world, this is how we feel about Israel. Here's how we feel about America. We're not allowing nukes for Iran. We're not going to allow Sharia law to undermine our Constitution. If the people don't like America, fine, let them go back where they came from. It's just that simple. I never used to understand love it or leave it, but I do now. Okay, it's really that simple.